Mom finds out her teen daughter is a psycho killer. Like, how do you even react to this? Like, this might be a traumatizing video, fellas. Don't cry.
Miramar Police Department.
Yeah.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm waiting for my sister to go over there. What happened? What happened?
I just need to speak to you over here for a second.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Right
damn,
now,
she
there's
found
an
out like this?
investigation, and I guess it should.
I ain't gonna lie, the way she's reacting, I think she already knew what it was, bro. I'm not gonna lie, she already looked scared when she opened the door, so I think that she already knew facts.
Daughter?
Yeah, that's my
Your
daughter.
daughter, her name came up. So we have to keep everybody out of Martin.
Police arrived at the home of 17-year-old Christy Parisian.
Bro, Christy looked pretty good. And she's a psycho killer. I ain't gonna lie, when y'all look at Christy, like, do y'all see a killer? I ain't gonna lie, I don't see a killer, bro. She looks like a regular teenage girl, and she's a psycho killer. That's why y'all gotta watch y'all backs, bro. The person next to you might be a psycho killer.
Where her mother was informed that Christy had become involved in a strange and violent incident. About an hour earlier, officers had discovered the body of an 18-year-old boy named Dwight Grant near a nearby apartment complex, brutally to death.
Oh, my God.
What the?
Can you guys go back inside for me?
Brutally?
Can you go back inside, please? Don't.
Brutally to death, and his body's in a bush?
Just do as I ask, please.
Passengers have been taken into custody in the murder of 18-year-old Dwight DJ Grant.
After a body was found there.
Damn.
For this 18-year-old from Miramar High School, and instead, officers found a body.
As new clues surfaced and the investigation
That
continued,
nine vicious?
police uncovered a hidden conflict between Dwight and 3 of his classmates from Miramar High School.
Oh,
Now
shit.
officers needed to track all 3 of them down as quickly as possible to figure out what had really happened, what each of their roles was, and more importantly,
16, 17,
why.
and
But
17.
what detectives were about
Holy
to learn about
shit.
how this murder happened, why it happened, and
Oh
just
my
how
gosh.
complicated it truly was,
Oh my
turned out to be
gosh.
far more shocking than anyone expected.
You can't get away with nothing. There's cameras.
Suspect's mother. Like, how do y'all think that shit feels, game? Like, being a mother or just a parent in general, bro. And your kid just, like, dies in the craziest way. Like, your kid got to death by classmates? Who the would ever expect that? Like, that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Everything started on a Sunday evening. On October 17th in Broward County, Florida, a nurse named Malene Emile noticed something was very wrong. Her 18-year-old son, Dwight Grant, who most of his friends called DJ, hadn't come home that day. DJ wasn't the kind of kid who disappeared without saying anything. He was
Oh,
responsible,
shit.
focused on school, and always kept his family informed. His sudden silence was completely out of character. This was
Oh,
the beginning of a
shit.
terrifying mystery for his family.
So he just
No matter
went.
how hard they
he
tried,
just, he
no
just
one could get in touch with DJ.
went missing.
He wasn't answering calls, he wasn't with any of his friends, and no one had seen him. By Monday morning, the
Damn.
worry exploded. DJ didn't show up to any of his classes, something that never happened. His teachers noticed immediately, his friends noticed, and his family knew something was seriously wrong. His family and friends checked every place he might have gone, called every person he might have been with, drove through neighborhoods, handed out flyers.
He was a
Nothing.
senior, 18.
Police even went to the high school, hoping someone there might know where he'd gone. Officers spoke to students one by one. At this point, even the smallest detail could be the clue they needed.
Anxiety and depression, so like he would.
He has anxiety?
No, I have
Okay,
anxiety.
so he will check on you. Do you know the girl that he's talking to or trying to talk to?
No,
No, does he have a girlfriend?
not to my knowledge, no.
No? Okay. Right. All right. So you haven't seen him? What's up, man? No, everything good? Okay. Okay, so you haven't spoken to him since. Is this his behavior? Like, does he do it? He's a good kid?
He's a good kid. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He goes out. He has a plan. He goes out with his friends. He calls literally all of us all the time to let us know.
Okay,
like,
so he's a good kid.
Okay. All right.
To everyone who knew him, DJ was quiet, calm, and spent most of his free time gaming. He wasn't the type to get into fights, he didn't
sounds
cause
like me.
trouble, and he had zero history of reckless behavior. Nothing in his past suggested he'd ever disappear or end up involved in something dangerous.
Right?
The search for DJ continued through Tuesday of that same week. Then, around 2 p.m., while officers were canvassing the area near Sherman Circle North, a quiet neighborhood in Miramar before all this, they made the worst discovery imaginable.
Oh my God.
Hidden in the bushes beside an apartment building, police found the body of a young man.
His body. So you're telling me people were walking around here for days? There's a car right here, gang. And you're telling me that for days they didn't smell something crazy, something funky that made them want to call the cops earlier, and nobody looked into the bushes, gang? Like, once?
Let me step back.
The body was found just outside the apartment building where DJ lived. All that time,
right
he had
outside
been
his
there,
apartment?
right near his own home.
What?
Officers were led to the body by scattered bloodstains on the sidewalk. From an initial examination, the body had 2 fatal stab wounds, one to the neck and one to the chest.
Him twice, exactly. Him in the neck and the chest. I bled out to death. That's so crazy. Like he that nigga felt his death. Like he was probably laying there like bleeding ill. Nah, that's I don't.
Was also found nearby, hidden in the bushes next to the body.
And they left the there.
Please, don't. Just do as I ask, please. In a few minutes, an officer will come talk to you. Go back inside.
Damn.
Listen, I can't answer anything right now. I just need you to go inside the apartment and stay there till I can get somebody to come and speak to you, please. Listen, what did I just ask? Just give us a few minutes and somebody will come and talk to you. Just give me a few minutes.
Yo, I hate when cops expect the parents to like calm down. Gang, their kid, they just found out their kid was brutally murdered, gang. I guess they're gonna calm down. Like, yo, I hate when cops do this. What's good, Brayden? So he was killed for no reason? Well, we don't know the reason, but it sounds like he was a good kid. It sounds like he didn't really get into trouble or do anything bad, so we'll see.
Let's go ahead and go inside.
After speaking with DJ's family and asking them to remain patient, officers immediately blocked off the area surrounding the body and began processing the scene for evidence. 4 officers were on scene working to secure the area, search for evidence, and confirm the identity of the victim as quickly as possible.
Damn.
Aquí abajo, sí. Ahí abajo del stairwell que está ahí, había mucha sangre, and you can see that probablemente están tratando de limpiarlo. Hay una cámara aquí, hay 2 cámaras aquí, y hay una cámara en esa esquina donde lo tiraron.
Sunday.
On Sunday, he went missing Sunday.
So the nigga went missing Sunday. So I'm guessing he was trying to head home. Classmates probably caught him lacking. And as he was on the stairs from what we saw earlier, just like started stabbing a nigga for no reason. And then dumped his body near the bushes. Or maybe like he got stabbed and they tried to run away and like he just like fell on the bushes. Cause like I don't know, like I don't, bro. If they're teenagers and they really just picked this body up and threw him in the bushes out, oh my gosh, that's so crazy.
Miramar is a quiet, close-knit community where news spreads fast.
Nah, I don't think it was during the day.
When word got out about the brutal discovery of an 18-year-old's body, tips started pouring in almost immediately. Several people came to police headquarters, hoping the information they had might help. Among them was a woman who walked into the lobby holding her teenage niece's phone. She wanted to tell police about a private group chat that had caught her attention.
Oh.
At the time, officers had no idea that this small piece of information would end up being the key to solving the entire case.
Oh,
Can you just give me a brief rundown? I'm so sorry.
She ratted out her niece.
Seeing on the news that they found a body over by Sherman Circle, and they keep showing a picture of the kid that goes to Miramar High, saying they can't guarantee that it's him, basically, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
But on my niece's phone, all the texts are coming through that they're her friends. There's people from school there, and they know it's him. I just came here because my niece was telling me that she had got these texts from this girl yesterday from the modeling, and she said it was the most traumatizing day of her life when she seen him yesterday, which would have been Sunday.
Yeah.
So in my mind, 1 and 1, I'm not saying she did anything, but I'm not saying I can't come here and not show you either, because she keeps saying,
tells everybody in the
how many people she's and she's in the gang.
I mean, and it could be just to be, you know, cool or to be tough.
But you never know.
It's like, you
and
know,
the same thing, I don't want the text messages here. I don't want them to show my niece's. I don't want her
Like her to associate with, okay.
By the next day, Wednesday, the victim's identity was finally confirmed. The body belonged to DJ Grant, the Miramar High School student who had been reported missing.
bro.
Nicole, there are still so many more questions than answers at this hour. Our officers came out here because they were helping the search for this 18-year-old from Miramar High School, and instead, officers found a body in the bushes.
Now, police had to start putting the broken pieces of the puzzle together. The evidence from the crime scene, and more importantly, the group chat that the woman had brought to them. Inside the chat, police found disturbing messages linked to 3 teens, 3 names that within hours would become central to the investigation. 17-year-old Andre Dexter Clements, 16-year-old Jaslyn Smith, and 17-year-old Christy Parisian. Without wasting any time, officers began tracking them down. Christy was the first person police went to.
Miramar Police Department. How you doing, ma'am?
So, right now there's an investigation.
Bro, I'm telling you, Ging, just look at her body language and her tone. She knew what it was, bro. There's no way she's gonna sit there and act shocked. Just looking at the way her body is like moving, she knows, bro. She knows.
And I guess it's your daughter?
Yeah, that's my daughter.
Yeah, like she knows, Ging.
What we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to keep you out of the house for now.
Me?
Yes. Nothing has to do with you personally, but we have to keep everybody out of the apartment. So if there's anybody else in there that's in there.
No, the sister, she's at work right now.
But nobody else is inside?
No, only 3 of us.
You got shoes on? Okay.
So, we have detectives that are going to get a search warrant.
Okay.
Bro, she's panicking.
So right now, we're just going to make sure nobody's inside, and then we're going to close the door.
I ain't gonna lie, if she really does know, she should be... I ain't gonna lie, if any of the parents have, like, any sense of knowing that their child were like, involved in some, like, murder, they should get in trouble, too. Isn't that... You could get in trouble for that, right? Like, you for hiding a crime, something like that. Like, so they should definitely also get packed up, because you just shouldn't be covering a murder.
We're going to wait for the warrant to get here.
When I can come back. When I can come back, no?
As soon as you're done, the search warrant does.
Guilty by association, I think. Parents should also be held accountable if they know. Yeah, exactly.
For my sister, is okay? Take my phone? My phone is right there. Can I call her? Because I'm working on her to go.
Well, right now at this point, we already gave you, notice that nobody can go back inside.
Can you take my phone for me? This is right there. By the way, you see my phone right there?
We really got to follow protocol.
At this point, officers didn't have a warrant, so they wouldn't allow Christy's mother to go inside the house. She waited outside with them until another law enforcement member arrived with a warrant. While they were waiting, she told them that earlier that day, Christy had left her a voice message about the murder.
I'm going to the police station to make an official statement about what had happened to DJ. They took my phone, so I won't be able to message you back. Don't worry. I'll be home late. Just make sure you go out there safe. Just make sure you go out there safe? What?
Because of that, they changed course and retrieved the phone so the message could be played.
I'll be back home, and I will have my phone so they can play phone. So, okay.
By now, the police had already spoken with Christy at the station. Her mother wasn't able to provide any additional information. The officers informed her that no one from the family was allowed to leave.
So are you going to be around here? Are you sticking around here? Or are you leaving?
Leaving where?
You're not going anywhere, right?
No, I was going to the police station.
No, I mean right now.
I'm looking for my sister to go to the police station because my sister drives.
The next person on the list was Jaslyn Smith.
Right.
The officers tracked her down and managed to find her around 11 p.m. that same night.
Wait, they found
Outside
her?
her family's apartment, they spoke with her while her mother was present.
Damn.
Did you?
Oh my gosh. So, the Christy girl was talking to the cops. She wasn't there for the altercation, but this girl was right here with her mother. Nah, gang.
This person, my friends, because I didn't hit him or anything. I was just told to push him and make sure he stayed on the phone.
She said that she didn't touch him and then said that she pushed him in the corner. I hate when people try to do this like method, like if they had nothing to do with the situation, gang. Like you just said that you were ordered to do something, so you did it. Like what the
I don't know exactly what happened. You're telling me that you were told to do something. I don't know what you did. I don't know what you did.
Like,
She said that she was told to keep him in a corner.
Andre.
Okay. Yeah, she put her head down and she knew she was about to have to get to ratting. She thought if she started ratting, it was gonna get her out of the situation. She's not gonna be no better.
Andre told me that somebody had pissed him off, or somebody was messing with somebody else's girl or something. It had to do with
over a girl,
and that he was upset and that he needed some backup for a fight. He told me it was just a fight.
Jaslyn had been told to trap DJ in the stairwell. Andre needed backup for the fight, which was apparently over a girl.
You needed backup for a fight, so you pulled up to this to jump him with 2 girls? Are you this thing, bro? Like, what the fuck are you doing that for? You needed backup to fight one. But let's see how what's her name, Jaslyn or whatever the fuck. Let's see how she's gonna go around and beat around the bush and lie about how it was just a fight. Let's see.
Girl, Andre's ex, who was now involved
Yo,
with
gang,
DJ.
Andre's ex better look good as hell.
You do not have to talk to me.
Are you gonna arrest my child?
No, I'm not gonna arrest your child. I want to hear what she has to say, but I wanted to reiterate because I said it to you and she wasn't here.
He told me to dress up in all black and follow him.
Andre?
Yes. I want to do rag and everything. He just said, do this for me. Just help me out with a fight. We're fine. We walked all the way there. And walked up the stairs.
That's all of them.
Chrissy was there. Chrissy had seduced him from what I know. I was trying to just pretend and forget that.
So Chrissy, whatever the fuck, he just like, oh my god, she set him up. Yo, these niggas planned it. Yo, so she just set him up and probably was telling the DJ kid that got, you know what I'm saying? You know, was probably just talking to him crazy, talking about something, we gonna link this and the third, and they all pulled up and did, oh my god, now they set him up.
It didn't happen. I already knew that if something like this was gonna happen, I already knew the cops were gonna show up sooner or later, and I already started preparing myself for the worst, Mom.
What do you mean by preparing yourself for the worst?
If they send me away, Mom.
According to her, the mastermind behind the whole murder.
So she knew what the consequences were, and she's talking about something. I was preparing myself to be sent away. So instead of not being a part of this, you went and you just threw your entire life away for no reason. Like, what goes through niggas' minds when they think like this? What type of cool points do you earn? You're a senior in high school and you're like, yeah, let me throw my life away.
Murder was Andre. He even picked out the colors of the clothes, and the plan was just a fight.
Nah, Andre
Jaslyn
was
clearly
group
tried to
leader.
downplay her own role and choices. But over the next half hour, the officers, and even her mother, would unintentionally learn the truth from her words,
Oh,
shocking
shit.
them to their
She
core.
about to say what it really
Things
was.
her 16-year-old daughter had done were far beyond what her mother could have imagined.
Oh nah, it seemed like she might have been the
Detectives were
main
still putting the
character.
pieces together with no clear reason to make an arrest. But Jaslyn knew what was coming. She knew there was no escape, and she had already prepared herself for the worst.
Because
Yo,
like
Ken.
everything I've already said, I'm an accomplice, and I know this, but I'm sorry.
Come here.
Now she needs a hug.
The female officer at the scene can be seen briefly laughing when Smith lets out a sigh. But there's nothing funny about what's happening.
What the f?
Teenager has been killed, and Jaslyn has just admitted her role in what happened. She's now given police a motive. Andre had found himself in the middle of a high school love triangle between DJ and his ex-girlfriend. That's
Love
when
triangle.
the dark thoughts started, and the plan began to take shape. A plan that would need help. Before Sunday, before any of this began, Andre had reached out to her. He told her about the planned fight and the help he needed. Now sitting in a police car beside her mother, the officer asks Jaslyn to walk them through everything, step by step,
Well, now they're in a
starting
car
from
now.
that moment.
So I'd like for you to kind of tell me step by step on how everything occurred, you know?
Before Sunday, before he came over,
Who's here?
Andre.
Andre's from school also?
Yes. Before he ever came over.
Damn, she ratted him out.
I believe it was Friday. That he had a situation that he needed to deal with, and he was wondering if I could help him out with a fight. Me knowing that I used to fight in elementary and used to be a bad kid-ish outside of school, I'd agreed because he's a good friend of mine.
She talking about fighting in elementary. Nigga, you're in high school.
I said he was going to be coming over around 6. He came over at least 6:45, close to 7 o'clock.
Okay.
And he had proceeded to tell me the whole scenario of, we're gonna get dressed in all black. You're gonna wear clothes that you don't care about. You're gonna wear gloves. You're gonna wear do-rag. I know the whole layout of the building.
Andre already knew that Jaslyn had a reputation for fighting when she was younger.
Okay.
That was exactly why he chose her. He even picked out what
Is this like an anime group leader? Like, yo, whatever he say, go. This is the mastermind behind it all. Talking about some, that's why he picked her. What the f? Did this have an option of different people to attack DJ with? Type of nut ass.
Jaslyn should wear, telling her to wear gloves and protect her hair. Jaslyn's account helps clarify the days leading up to the murder, but one thing stands out. She repeatedly tries to downplay her role, presenting herself as someone who was merely influenced rather than involved. A claim that within minutes would be completely undermined by a small slip she made.
We had gotten dressed, we had prepared. My mom had gotten home. We had told her that we were going to go on a walk. He was explaining to me that the person that me and him were going to fight with, because he was going to seduce, had messed with a girl that he knew and had, essentially from what I know.
So now they're gonna pull the method saying that DJ, because I know how to read lips, bro, and from what I read, they're gonna pull the method and say that DJ, I can't say the word, but let's just say it rhymes with grapes. You know what I'm saying? So now they're gonna pull that method. A kid that is well known to like not be in fights, not like basically he's a good kid. He doesn't miss out on school. He doesn't fight. Doesn't talk to people unless they're his friends. Like a guy that's just all around a mate, like just a good kid. All of a sudden did this to a girl.
Essentially, from what I know. And on the way there, he's telling me exactly where we're going to walk, exactly how we're going to walk, exactly what we're gonna do, and what we're gonna wait for a signal. And I was like, okay, it's just a fight. It's whatever. But immediately when we got in there, we had walked over to where the stairwell was.
Alright.
He was telling me to move this way to avoid a camera and to avoid things. So we had walked up the stairs while Chrissy stayed downstairs and made a call. Me and him were upstairs.
And made a call.
He's just talking to me. We're relaxed and we're chill. And then he got a signal for Chrissy to walk downstairs. And he had a weapon with him. He told me to hold the weapon. We had gloves on at this time still.
So she held the weapon?
Walked down the stairs. He had approached the boy, and Chrissy had moved back and walked down the stairs full.
Did you know this boy or no? Okay.
When boy tried to make a run with it, run for it after Andre approached him and was like, yeah, we have a problem. He has me standing behind. Chrissy looked at me and he made a run for it, and I'm like, okay, weapons just for intimidation, I'm gonna put this down. I ran and I helped Andre to tackle him and put him onto the ground.
Jaslyn uses the word weapon. Even though she's detailed and specific in almost every other part of her story, she keeps this part vague. We already know DJ was found with 2 stab wounds, so whatever the weapon was, it clearly wasn't a gun.
Right.
What that weapon actually was, and why Jaslyn avoided naming it, becomes clear later in the interview.
Oh, it was hers.
And it's something that will shock you.
Man, get to the point, bruh. Jeez!
Andre asked for the weapon after explaining to him that he was going to the other boy. He had asked for the weapon, and I just handed it to him because I was like, don't know about this, but I'm like, okay, maybe you're joking, because me and Andre are playful. We like to mess around, and we do like play fight, and we're just very like sibling type relationship.
But this time, nothing felt like a joke.
What
The weapon he used, the level of planning involved, his behavior, and the sheer intensity of the violence he unleashed all point to the same conclusion. This was a planned, not a spontaneous act.
He proceeded to take out a small weapon and attempt to stab. And he was failing, and I was just like, okay, I didn't see it because I'm holding his legs. So I'm in a position where I'm holding both of his legs and I'm wrapped around his under torso, and I just feel poking right here.
Jaslyn claims she didn't know Andre's full plan, but she did admit that she helped, holding DJ down even after the stabbing began.
Like, what the
As
fuck?
disturbing as that is, Jaslyn never stopped or showed regret during the attack, not when DJ was begging for help. Not even as he was slipping in and out of consciousness after being...
And then he had another smaller weapon, and he took that out, and he right here. Also, the boy was just like, you're gonna kill me, just choke me out or like end it, because he kept going in and out.
DJ knew he was dying. Under the pressure and pain he was in, he begged Andre to choke him and end it quickly. Andre ignored him and stabbed him again.
Bro, he was just... Bro, like, that has to be the worst feeling ever. That's a feeling I hope we don't ever feel. He just knew he was gonna die. He told him to just... As he was dying, he was telling him just end it. And then him again. Just so he could, like, you know what I'm saying? Just die in pain. Like...
After that, DJ went unresponsive. He stopped struggling and tragically died at the scene. In Jaslyn's version of events, she says she was told to do what she was assigned without asking questions. As the confrontation escalated, she says she didn't fight back because she was terrified of what might happen. Throughout her account, she places nearly all the blame on Andre. That explanation mostly holds up until Jaslyn slips up.
Oh,
in the middle of her story, she mentions a detail that seriously undermines her claim that she didn't know this was a murder plan, and instead places her right at the center of it.
Prior to this, he had told me that this was the first person he had ever...
Prior to this, he had told you that?
When we were at the house, we were just talking about the whole plan of what to do. What's gonna happen.
Oh my gosh, she slipped up so bad. She was talking about it was just a fight. Oh my gosh, she slipped up too bad. Yeah, she got too comfortable.
But he never told me that he was going to kill somebody until at this time. And like, this is the first person. And leave it here. I'll ask Chrissy. I'm gonna leave.
That single detail changes everything. It shows that Jaslyn knew about the murder plan long before it happened. Now her story starts to crack. It directly contradicts her earlier claim that she had no idea this was meant to be a kill. At this point, it's clear she was far more involved in both the planning and the decision than she had admitted. That's when the officer shifts the focus and asks about the weapon used in the attack.
I'm assuming it's a knife that he had?
I'm guessing the weapon was hers.
A longer what? A sword. Okay.
A knife is something that can be easily concealed, but a sword isn't. Hiding something like that would be almost impossible. It's hard to believe that Jaslyn and Christy could have been around Andre all that time without noticing the sword. Now detectives finally have enough pieces to start shaping a version of events that's much closer to the truth. But before moving forward, they still needed to make sure the physical evidence matched the story.
So you saw the big sword when he first showed up here in the first place?
No. I didn't see it exactly. I only saw that.
The Baltimore Ravens just said, Alexis the creator, hey, Grandpa wants to know if you want your potato soup brought downstairs. What the f are you talking about? Some on this planet aren't real.
There was a bag with it, and I was like, okay. Because somebody else had taken everything out of the house behind us, and I didn't know where that was. And I believe it was either in like a jacket with him, or with Chrissy in an extra jacket, or in a bag with them.
Jaslyn could tell detectives were zeroing in on one key detail. She knew about the sword before they ever left the house, and that meant she knew the plan from the start. She tried to distance herself from it, saying that when they left, Andre grabbed a small knife and a larger sword, but she claimed she didn't actually see the sword at first and assumed it was already in the bag. Detectives weren't convinced. By now, there were too many gaps in her story. The teens believed they had pulled off the perfect crime. They killed someone in broad daylight in a tucked-away stairwell inside a busy apartment complex, avoided security cameras, and left no direct eyewitnesses.
Nah, broad daylight is
If
nutty.
the group chat messages hadn't surfaced later, they might have gotten away with it. But everything started to fall apart after the attack. They dragged DJ's body into the bushes, packed the weapons and supplies into a bag, and returned to Jaslyn's complex. There, they made a serious mistake. In an open, grassy area, clearly visible from nearby apartments, they started a fire and burned the clothes using gasoline. As they sat there, shaken, but still hoping they were in the clear, a security guard spotted them. In that moment, the cover-up ended, and he wasn't the only one watching. Another resident had seen them too and later told police exactly what she saw.
The two girls, they were just standing there, but they weren't moving much. The chubby girl, she was just like moving back and forth, like standing in the same spot but moving a little bit.
Right.
And then the guy was moving around the fire, just throwing more gasoline. I didn't see their face, but I saw their body shape. And seeing them on the photos, you could picture them, especially the chubby girl. You could feel the traumatization from them, and you could feel like they were scared, but you could also feel like they had that energy of the way of thinking like he deserved it. Like you could notice that.
Right.
Security camera footage from the apartment complex backed up much of Jaslyn's story. The cameras showed the three teens dressed entirely in black as they approached the stairwell where DJ was attacked. One camera even captured DJ Grant's final moments. Another showed the teens dragging his body toward the bushes exactly as described. But as detectives reviewed everything more closely, cracks began to appear. Parts of Jaslyn's version didn't fully line up.
Right.
Police seized the teens' phones and went through their messages. It didn't take long to find something that directly contradicted Jaslyn's claim that this was only meant to be a fight. One message revealed the true mindset behind the plan.
Murder.
White DJ Grant was in
Happened to him?
October, and for months now, the three teens that are accused in his case have been kept in jail.
All the evidence was clear. Within days, police moved in on all three suspects. Jaslyn Smith, Christy Parisian, and Andre Clements were all arrested. Each of them was charged as an adult. All three were charged with tampering with evidence and conspiracy to commit murder.
Damn.
Christy and Jaslyn were each charged with second-degree murder. Both eventually pleaded guilty and were sentenced to 25 years in prison, followed by an additional 10 years of probation. Andre Clements, who was 17 at the time, was considered the mastermind behind the crime and the one who delivered the fatal sword strike that killed DJ. He faced the most serious charge, first-degree premeditated murder. On February 18, 2025, Andre Clements, now 20 years old, also pleaded guilty. He was sentenced to 40 years in prison, followed by
for lifetime probation. The girls got 25 years. These ruined their life. They ruined their entire life because this Andre wanted to put us over a girl.
lifetime probation.
A caring, loyal, honest person would be there for you in a second and a heartbeat.
Dang. I ain't gonna lie, they deserved it, bro. They deserved it, bro. Yo, R.I.P. DJ. All of this over a girl is so like, tampering with evidence, conspiracy to commit murder, and second-degree murder, gang. Bro, honestly, bro, she looks too damn like she's pop. You could tell she like, bro, she just looks too like you would never expect to see this girl in a murder, like having to do something with murder. I'm not gonna lie, a whole video I thought she was gonna be good, cause like they just kept showing a picture of Andre and Jaslyn in like the you know what I'm saying, like the prison clothes, and they weren't showing her. I thought she was good to go, but second-degree murder.
Were each charged
She
with
got
second-degree
fried.
murder. Both eventually pleaded guilty and were sentenced to 25 years in prison, followed by
25 years in prison and 10 years probation. They got charged as adults. 16 years old, charged as an adult, gang. Do you know how crazy that is? Wait, this was 17 at the time of it, and he was 20 now? So that means that she was probably like 19, she was probably like 18, or some shit.
By an additional 10 years of probation. Andre Clements, who was 17 at the time, was considered the mastermind behind the crime and the one who delivered the fatal sword strike that killed Jay. He faced the most serious charge, first-degree premeditated murder.
Wow. What a video. I mean, way to ruin your life for deadass no reason. Yo, some niggas are just... I don't even know why you would do that, bro. Somebody over a girl, bro. And then, like, the other girls that were with him were deadass. They are around my age, too. That's crazy. Yeah, that's OD. I ain't gonna lie.